after watching Kraven, we will not financially recover from this.
Welcome to Reshoot, amateurs in no suits. Too many movies to explore. Ruthie, Hector, and Ed, laughter till the end. Let's see something never done before.
Welcome to Reshoot, an amateur's guide to gooder films. We take movies that are good, bad, somewhere in between, and make them objectively better.
Now
Whoa.
with a 35% tariff.
Now with a 35% tariff. Whatever the hell that means. Maybe our episode will be longer. Probably not.
Hopefully not for the editor's sake.
Not it.
Not it.
Shit.
Hello, I am your host, Steve Irwin. I'm Ruthie.
I am that silent scream Rhino does in the film. I'm Hector.
Tiger King.
Yes.
Carol Baskins.
Fucking Carol Baskins fed her husband to the tigers.
I called for help twice and nobody picked up.
Anyways, guys, we watched Kraven the Hunter.
The end of the
We
Mobius
finished
verse.
off the Mobius verse, finally. And dear God, how it just got worse.
I like how we just don't count Venom.
Have you guys seen all three Venoms?
No.
We don't count those. No, I don't think Sony even counts
watched
those.
all three.
They're good, right? Those are the three good ones.
No,
I don't want to...
The first one's fine. Second one needed to be R. Third one's just stupid.
Third one is referred really stupid. They had a new villain. They included a new villain to the Venom.
Right, was it a
No.
comic, or was it a movie original, or was it very, very early into comics where, like...
This character was
it's new in the comics.
It was like 3 to 4 years old, so it's still fresh. And
No.
then, and I'm like, damn, wow, why?
Bottom of the barrel, baby!
He's not even the main villain, he just shows up for like 3 scenes last I heard. It was supposed to be like a Thanos situation.
Lamau.
Oh yeah, he you see him at the beginning and it's fucking the same Andy Serkis, I think.
Is it spoiling a movie, a recent came out movie, if you're kind of just using this as like a warning of, hey, this movie sucks?
I mean,
Philosophical question.
Noel was in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler.
No, was in the trailer, yeah, but the actor, it's the guy that does Caesar in King of the
It's Andy Serkis.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
King of the Planet of the Apes.
King of the Planet of the Apes.
King of the Hill of the Apes.
Nailed it.
That boy ain't right.
That chimp ain't right.
So are you Chinese or Japanese?
What?
I'm from Laos. I'm Laotian.
Are you?
Yep, he's Laotian.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be the judge of that. Looks him up down. You're Laotian, aren't you? And he's like,
that's advanced racism.
That's right, dude. Yeah, the racism where they have to be correct.
Yeah, you need to identify the correct group to unlock the special slurs.
You guys need to watch Community. Pierce's dad, the old man Pierce, his dad is racist against other white people because they're not the right kind of white.
Oh, so like 20th century racist?
No,
like early
advanced.
So 19th century racist?
2 and 11,
19th
yes.
century.
Yes.
Yeah, 19th century.
He doesn't wear a toupee.
Yeah, if you were too tan, you were dumb.
Yeah, if you were Italian, you weren't white enough.
No, he's made.
Yeah, that's right.
He said
they did that for whites and Irish.
Oh yes,
no,
Italians.
But that's 20th century racism. Mind your.
Britta was like part Irish, like way back, and he's like, oh, and he made fun of not Irish. It was Swedish. Even the Swedes weren't safe with this dude. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's 17th century.
Yeah,
racism.
it was insane. Yeah. It was insane. Anyway, speaking of racism, this movie is racist against me. I don't know what this means. I just want to get on talking about the movie.
Great segue. Perfectly tangential.
I feel like this movie was a hate crime. That's it. God damn it.
You could argue that this movie was racist against the like female lead because
Calypso. Yeah,
she's black and she has voodoo shit, so
I mean,
isn't that like, you know?
It can. This movie didn't do good. This
No,
movie
but
played it like.
But
let's
she
do-
is
like-
actually from Africa, though. Is the thing, like, so.
well, her grandma lived in Africa. We know for sure her grandma's African. We know she lives in the UK. She has an American accent. I would argue she does not pass the lampshade test after she is a grown-ass woman, because the only time she actually comes into play is when she's got the bow and arrow in like the big pre-final fight bit.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, having her there as a character, she's useless. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Episode
Yeah.
Cesar.
But
Also boomer.
I will also say. Okay, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. Also,
So
Hector.
Episode Cesar, you need to kick us off.
I
man.
know.
We're
I was
chomping.
trying to be nice. My therapy skills were kicking in. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to what you guys have to say, and not.
Strong
You can't
feeling.
therapize us. We're your she's your wife and I'm your friend. You literally can't do that. Illegal. I'll report you.
Have my license yet to report it, dumbass. Anyway,
The loophole.
or associate even. I'm not even a marriage family therapy associate. I'm still in school. I got lost.
Smart
So
boy.
I'm not. Anyway,
I'm so proud of you.
Don't ruin this thing we got going on where y'all trash me. No. This movie sucks ass. Just watch a synopsis or not.
Don't say just watch a synopsis. Either we just jump into it or we give a synopsis.
We're not giving a synopsis. It's the most basic ass movie. You predict everything it's gonna happen before it happens.
It's just messy. It's messy and bad. It's just focused on the fight scenes. That's it. There you have your movie.
The fight scenes aren't that good too. It's
It's kind of ass.
It's really ass.
Correct.
I didn't think it'd make a movie worse than Madam Web, but fuck, man.
This
I
is not
wish
worse than
his
Madam
mom
Web.
was-
This is a
not
lot worse than Madam Web.
This
dude.
is
wish-
not worse than Madam Web.
Fucking wish his mom was a spider researcher in the Amazon.
Lion researcher.
A lion researcher in the Amazon.
And there's a bunch
This
of
is
lion
not
people.
worse than Madam Web.
There's
This
a bunch
is-
of lion people
This
who are
is
just,
not worse.
Anyways,
than
episode
Madam
Cesar.
So, in this... Oh, God. Ed,
So
go
you're
first.
going first?
Ed,
Me go first?
No, you go first. You seem like you got a lot to say here.
So first of all, this movie is
three
not,
times.
Yeah. This movie is not worse than Madam Web.
Yes, it is.
All right. I will say I enjoyed it less the more times I watched it.
Why? Okay, I understand watching it twice. First time you saw it, we saw the free IMAX. Second time was for the podcast. Why did you watch it 3?
So I watched it a second time alone because it was for the podcast, and then I watched it again with Levi.
That makes sense.
And you didn't even bring Levi this
You didn't
time.
bring Levi like we asked you to.
Miscommunication?
You
Shut up.
You can take this part out, by the way.
Yeah, you can take that part.
I'm
out.
just heckling.
I know, but like miscommunication for the next one. He'll pick. This movie was fine for the most part. For the most part. Okay.
I don't think. I think fine's too much of a compliment.
Yeah.
Fine is too much of a compliment. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I
Maybe
just
too
have a
much of a
soft
compliment.
spot for Kraven and Aaron Taylor Johnson, but
He hates Aaron Taylor.
I
Johnson.
hated him in 2024.
you know he got groomed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel bad for him.
I feel bad
like-
for him too.
But like,
But maybe he's into gilfs. I don't know. Who knows?
allegedly groomed. Allegedly groomed.
Allegedly groomed. Allegedly, yeah. He was. I
But-
think it was actually. I think like 19 when it happened. So not.
I mean,
Yeah.
we would still call like a 19-year-old with like a person in their late 20s or like early 30s. That still
She was
feels
in her
like
40s.
40s is definitely
and they
a groomer.
definite, and I think they met before he was an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they had worked on one thing before, but they knew of each other, but they didn't interact. back
Okay,
then.
so it wasn't like a family friend kind of. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
they worked
but-
on something before, and then they worked on something later, and then that's when
I'll
they
be
got
honest, 2024.
involved.
If Nick Cage had like that good year like 2-3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
this was definitely like Aaron Taylor Johnson's worst year because I thought he was the worst part of Nosferatu, and then I thought he was.
I heard
he
it
was
all the way
fine in
home.
Nosferatu.
No, he was acting in a different movie. than everyone else.
He was auditioning for Bridgerton. Let's be real.
Oh my god, he was. Oh my god, he was.
That's my recommendation. Watch Bridgerton.
He was fine. I like Aaron.
No, I don't hate him. I like him. I like him. He's a hater.
You guys are putting fucking words in my mouth. He's fine, and I liked him in a few other films. I've seen him in most.
You like him most in Bullet Train.
Yeah.
He was really good in Bullet Train.
He's a fucking diesel.
He's a fucking diesel.
The fucking diesel. So yeah, my number one complaint on this is just like, obviously the CGI was rushed on like literally everything.
Yes.
Literally everything.
Yes. Agreed.
They did not pay them enough, or they did not give them enough time.
They probably were telling them, "Oh, we're going to change
Well, it's
this."
probably both. Let's be real.
They reshot the film a bit pretty hard. Is what I heard.
Were there heavy reshoots? Really?
I heard there was some reshoots. Yeah, because
I mean, reshoots are common. It depends how much of it.
Yes,
and
but
reshoots aren't necessarily bad.
No,
I mean, that's
no,
literally
it's
the
not.
name of our podcast.
No, I know, but like it worked. I mean, the fucking Daredevil show got reshot.
Oh, yeah, that was gorgeous.
and that was a lot better once they reshot it. But like, what I mean though is like I heard it was like the serious kind of like, this isn't working. They knew this was their last chance to make it
So
work.
like the Black Adam reshoots.
There were Black Adam reshoots?
I think
Wasn't
so.
there?
No, Captain America 4 reshoots where it was
Oh.
reshot for like 2
that's
years straight.
right.
Oh man, I want to know.
Dude, that movie dropped, and then I heard nothing about it.
I want to
And
know.
all I know of the movie is the shitty, what was it, Allstate ad?
Oh right, yeah.
I mean, it was kind of funny, but like they overplayed it. I have a lot of feelings about ads. Let's not get into it. Ed, please continue.
So yeah, the CGI was just pretty shoddy all over the place. Aaron Taylor Johnson's a good actor. Shut the fuck up. What else? Whatever that. What was his name? The guy with the hypnosis.
The Foreigner.
The Foreigner. That's a cool ass fucking power.
That's
and it was
not his
cool.
power in the comics.
He
I
doesn't
know
have
that's
power.
not his power in the comics, but it's a cool ass fucking power, and it was pretty cool how they
Is it hypnosis or
showed
super
it.
speed?
It's hypnosis.
Okay,
It's like
so
it's like
weird.
the Geass of that little kid in Code Geass season 2.
Right. Oh my god, you're right. Yeah.
It is literally that,
Someone's
but for 3
someone-
seconds.
Someone's a weeb in that writing room.
Weeb.
Bro, I'm the least. Well, I'm the second most weeb. Hector, you're the weeb.
Yeah.
You told me about Code Geass, all right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, because I just watched it.
Yeah.
I also told him about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So
Yeah.
No, I knew of Brotherhood already.
I'm so. Anyway,
Anywho, we're good. We're weaving out. This isn't working out, Ruthie. It's too late. It's too late in the evening.
I'm sorry, I've had a very long day.
me too.
Foreigner's power is pretty cool. The whole. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah. Now to the shit that sucks. All right. See, at least I had good things to say about this
Wait,
movie. That's why it's
you
not as
liked
bad
that
as
the
Madam Web.
CGI sucked?
Oh,
It probably makes it
never
more
mind.
fun.
Never mind. I'm going. Okay. CGI was bad. I like the Foreigner and Aaron Taylor Johnson, and I also like the little brother a little bit also. But
Dimitri.
anyways, now to the
6
stuff.
million, yeah.
Now, see, move the CGI sucked into this section. Now the things that sucked. CGI sucked. How he got his powers is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Kraven doesn't have superpowers. Hector, please enlighten me. Obviously, I'm wrong.
No,
Educate us.
no, he
We
has
are not
had.
worthy.
Depending on the media, he doesn't have powers. Most of the time, he doesn't have powers. He's just a really good hunter. But in Spectacular Spider-Man, the best Spider-Man cartoon of all time, one could consider one of the few flaws the show has is that they had him splice himself with a few animal genes to have a bunch of different animal abilities after his first hunt against Spider-Man, and it did so terribly. And he permanently looks like a lion / a few other animals for the rest of
I
the show.
hate everything of what you just said.
It was a really good show. It was the weirdest change they made.
Yeah, well, Kraven doesn't have superpowers, and the way he got superpowers is just stupid. And like he doesn't. I even looked this up. He doesn't even have like an affinity with animals in the comics either.
No, he just hunts them.
And
Well,
in
but-
this one, he can like pseudo communicate or just like aura them so that they run away.
Yeah.
Buffly walks into room. That's also all Aaron did in this movie was buffly doing things.
I mean, if I had his physique, I'd do that
He
too.
kind of
Shit.
did. Yeah, he kind of did like the masculine version of breast boobily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just buffly doing stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did also like how his little like stealth stuff. How he did stealth. It was pretty interesting and not like because he there was a scene where he was just like walking behind people. Just like
He was camouflaging himself and
I know,
kind of
but
Catherine Zeta-Jonesing.
I know, but he
Yeah.
was still just like standing straight up. He wasn't crouching or anything like that.
Yeah, he was acting like he belonged. He was
Yeah.
camouflaging.
Yeah.
His Butler, Gerard Butler, right? No,
Mm-hmm.
Was it
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. I get them confused. All
Me
the time.
too.
They're
Russell
very similar.
Crowe. Oh, fuck. What an
Javert.
accent!
Javert. Just say Javert.
I'm Javert.
What an accent!
Accents.
like it.
That was all of them were just kind of.
Why doesn't Kraven have a Russian accent?
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Even listening to his American accent, I could hear it slip.
yeah. Just give that man another accent, please. Just
Anything, dear God,
Anything.
he's struggling over here. He's
Russell
almost as
Crowe,
bad as
yeah.
Harry Styles.
oh god, I forgot it. I blocked out my memory.
Oh, Harry Styles from what was the movie?
From Don't Worry, Darling.
Worry,
yeah,
Darling.
Don't
yeah,
Worry,
yeah.
Darling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, that movie sucks.
Yeah, it was, and like I don't know, like oh my god, the Rhino was also just such a fucking weirdo.
No, the Rhino actor knew exactly what kind of film he was in. I am
He was
fully
like the
supportive.
villain.
He was my favorite character in the only bearable character in the
He
entire
was like,
movie.
Really?
Jeremy Irons in that D&D movie, the one before the
That
really
man
good one.
was chewing more scenery
Oh.
than you get goats in a field, dude. Like
Mhm.
it was so
no, like
good.
cows. Cows do a lot more chewing.
Yeah, cows do a lot more chewing. Yeah. Like it was so good.
Yeah, okay, sure. He might have fit the movie the best, but like the thing is that other people were trying to make a not that kind of movie.
Yeah, and it
So-
failed. So I think he was in the right here.
Yeah, but
He
it
knew
still it
what he
felt
was doing.
yeah, but it still felt out of place. You gotta be doing like the majority of what everybody else is doing at least.
So when Nick Cage does it, it's great. When someone else does it, it's literally the
No, because
harassment versus
it-
flirting meme. right here.
It fits with Cage. It fits in the types of movies he's doing, and in his good year, like 2020, what 3, 2,
Don't two.
2.
Okay, so but like the Divergent movies, I think the main actress, she was the only one who was kind of not camping it up.
Mm.
I don't like. But Shailene Woodley doesn't.
Did we
act-
watch the Divergent movies?
No.
I saw the
please.
second one.
Please, I read all 3 books. Please don't
The,
make
bu-
me relive
the
that.
movies and the books are in fact hot garbage.
I bought all of them.
Which
Me
which
too.
which stupid sci-fi girl main character movie did we watch? I forgot.
The host.
Oh yeah, it was
No,
the
it
host.
wasn't. It wasn't the host. There was another one with Sean. The where Eddie Redmayne was evil space emperor.
Yes.
Jupiter Ascending was good though.
Jupiter, yeah, that one.
Anyway, keep going. We're losing track. Keep it straight.
Yeah, this is gonna be a mess. Oh my god,
Have
I'm gonna spend
fun.
like 18 hours editing this.
Good luck.
We want done by tomorrow.
Yeah, the Rhino was, I don't know, I didn't like it. Also, like, when he stopped that truck, Kraven was on top of it.
Mhm.
He should have gone flying, but he did not move.
No, but he picked the animal ability of humpback whale to like densify his gravity.
At first I heard hump, and I was like, he fucked the car.
Yeah, so he stopped a truck like a 2-ton truck going like, I don't know, some 50 plus miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets pulled away by 2 water buffalo.
Which aren't indigenous to the area, because I looked at Ruth and I'm like, those buffalo
Those
are not from
African-
here.
Those are African water buffalo that they see.
Yeah, but they're in
Look it up.
Siberia.
Into Siberia.
Yeah. Also, the foreigner getting murked the way he did was stupid.
I mean, he's a good at assassinating. He's not good at dodging.
I know, but like he wasn't aware that there was somebody else there.
Something tells me he only ever worked indoors.
He's a pretty boy assassin.
He's a pretty boy assassin.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like it was all just mostly bad, but kind of okay at parts. I don't know. I honestly don't know like what I would do. It's a complete rewrite, and I really couldn't think of anything.
Dude, our podcast is literally fixing movies, and you can't.
I
You're
know.
bringing nothing.
I mean,
I bring in nothing.
sometimes some movies are just hard.
Not even just Aaron Taylor Johnson has a Russian accent.
That wouldn't have made the movie better.
It would have made it a little better.
I
He had a good Russian accent, I hate to admit it.
Wait, he did have a good Russian?
He did it a few times, yeah.
Oh.
honestly, what they could have done with this movie is just like tie it into the No Way Home, and he just gets isekai'd into
He's trying to figure out which Spider-Man to hunt.
different. He just gets like isekai'd into a Spider-Man universe, and he just
doesn't even have
hunts
to
Spider-Man.
be. Doesn't even have to be.
Yeah, we
It
don't
doesn't
see
even have
him
to.
with
You
a-
don't even have to show Spider-Man. You can just.
Kraven was in No Way Home.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. He was in the sky
Yes,
Oh.
there was a silhouette in the sky,
of Kraven.
and we almost got Kraven as the main villain for No Way Home. Is what Tom Holland revealed.
Almost.
I'm surprised they told him that. They don't tell him shit anymore.
No, they do. That was the whole thing was fake for publicity.
Wait, him accidentally spoiling was
I
an
think
act?
the first one or two times, yes. Afterwards, the whole they're keeping me secret, they don't tell me shit was just a bit.
Oh, that okay.
After the first two times, it was after that was just a
okay.
bit.
So him saying they don't tell me shit, that's the bit.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Not the him accidentally.
he already admitted that he's read a couple scripts for the next Spider-Man film, and he says it's heading the right direction. I think.
Let's hope Sony doesn't fuck this up more.
I hope Sony lets him use Kingpin.
Yeah? Oh, man.
No. After what they did with Kingpin and fucking Hawkeye,
They fixed him up in Daredevil.
No, yeah, Daredevil.
they fixed him up in Daredevil, but like they already fucked him up in Hawkeye. So.
Because it's comics. That's how it works. You don't get the same characterization in the same universe.
Anyways, Ed,
It's the same universe.
keep fixing the movie.
Because they're different writers. Isn't that the way it works in comics?
Ed.
Anyway.
Yeah, I would just isekai him into a Spider-Man universe, and you don't have to even show Spider-Man. It could just be him trying to track down Spider-Man to get him back home. I don't know. And then just like, I don't know, but then he has like no agency if he just gets isekai'd back after the fix.
Maybe. Oh, no, there's a way. I can help you out with this one if you let me.
No.
Okay.
Use it for your fix.
I'm
the failure this time. Yeah.
Which
I don't know.
Spider-Man? Which Spider-Man?
Which
Or which one
Spider-Man?
would you allude to?
Which Spider-Man would I allude to?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be pretty cool if he got isekai to 2099.
Oh, that'd be a very
Actually.
interesting movie.
Okay. Oscar Isaac. Like it.
It wouldn't be Oscar Isaac, though, as live action.
He could
Miguel.
do it. He could do it.
Who's to say he can't?
He's too old.
He's got the ass for it.
He's got the ass.
He's got the ass.
He's got the ass for it, yeah. I don't know. Just not him. I don't know, somebody else.
But would it be Kraven's Last Hunt?
What?
You're asking that like we know what you're talking
Kraven's
about.
Last Hunt was the definitive Kraven arc. It's where
Okay.
Kraven died.
I mean, sure, he can die. I don't care.
Oh, he doesn't have to die. He can just change it.
I mean, do you think Miguel O'Hara would let him live?
Yeah.
If he
You're
lost?
right. You're right. No, Miguel O'Hara does kill.
Doesn't he like mercilessly kill?
He has
Doesn't
the
he suck people's blood?
He injects them with poison. That's what the fangs are for. He
Oh.
injects poison with them. It's pretty fucking brutal. That was for
Dang.
that little bit in the movie was for the comic book fans.
Anywho.
Sorry.
Anywho, yeah, I don't know. Just like get him to fight to hunt Miguel O'Hara. Yeah, you could tie it into the Spider-Verse universe also.
That'd be
Getting
sick.
Isekai into that, and then he's like, "You're a variant," and just kills him. I don't know. I thought the movie was honestly like not as bad as people said it was. It is definitely clear as day, not as bad as Madame Web. You guys are on crack if you think otherwise. Jesus Christ. Do you guys even remember watching Madame Web?
Wrong.
I remember watching it, but I had more fun watching Madame Web.
Yes. A movie's
No,
purpose
it's
is to
no.
entertain.
Madame Web is
That's
is
not true.
No,
Madame Web
for
goes
me.
past. Madame Web goes past the so bad it's good into just being straight bad again.
No, that movie's hilarious to watch in a few scenes. No.
But no, here, I want to make my point. A movie's purpose is to entertain its audience, even if it's informative in the form of documentary, even if it's really weird and trying to be Oscar bait. A movie's purpose is to entertain its audience. That's why I hate Blow Up, because it is not entertaining. It's boring as shit
You didn't have to
and really
bring Blow Up into this.
I really didn't, but I'm gonna. That is the antithesis of what a movie is. It's weird and boring and not entertaining. This movie,
That's
not as weird, but it is really boring and not fun to watch. Madame Web, weird as shit. Love watching it. It's a good hate watch.
Mm-hmm. I'd fucking watch Madame Web again.
I don't agree. Again, I think that Madame Web goes past the so bad it's good. I don't think it's even a good hate watch because it's way too bad.
You didn't watch it with us.
You did not watch those. We were having so much fun.
Oh
watching
man, it was right.
I
Oh,
watched that
man.
movie twice. Also,
You're a fucking masochist.
and both times drunk, and it wasn't fun either time.
I've beaten all the Dark Souls games, and I'm calling you a masochist. Like all the Souls games, I'm calling you a masochist, dude. What the fuck?
Souls isn't hard.
Say that about 2.
Okay, well, 2 is hard because jank, but you know.
It's not jank. It's just enemy placement.
2
That's not important. It's not important.
jank ass game, jank.
You could even play it. So, Ruthie, you're next.
Okay. Honestly, my like about this movie is that was the fastest I've come up with a fix that deeply entertained me because it was right there. And I said it not even like 30 minutes into the movie. Like right now, as we're recording, we're 30 minutes in. This was about when I came up with my fix, and I'll sneak peek it for you. It's Tiger King, baby. What I liked about this movie, I liked Chameleon, I liked Rhino.
Did you like The Foreigner?
I mean, yeah, he was kind
I
of cool.
did
He
not
reminded
give a
me of
shit
the
about the
that one
Foreigner.
guy from Schitt's Creek,
Which guy from Schitt's Creek?
David.
I'd never seen the show. Why did I bother
The
asking?
the
The
son,
eyebrow
right?
one. The son with the eyebrows, not the dad with the
Oh!
eyebrows.
Okay, yeah.
He looks like
He
the
does,
eyebrows.
actually.
He
Yes,
does.
Thank you.
But did you
Hector
like his
think-
power at least?
I couldn't tell if he was like freezing time or like hypnotizing. Hector said speedster. I wasn't sure.
He was hypnotizing. He was just
Yeah,
he
I
was-
thought so at first too, but it was kind of
was
unclear. But
manipulating the
it was
perception of
intriguing.
I
he
was hoping.
manipulating the perception of time of the people that he was near.
I'll be honest. I was hoping for a Zawarudo, and I was very disappointed.
Zawad.
And I know you don't care for it. I actually didn't hate on the interpretation of Kraven. Like, yeah, he could be the dangerous hunter. I feel like what they did with him was fine. Maybe how he got the powers was a little lame and maybe like not super well defined because like he could he had all these animal senses, but then there was also like this like trauma thing where he kept imagining how his mom died.
Oh right, I totally forgot about that. Also, I forgot to mention the CGI face.
Yes.
Bring up the CGI
Yeah,
face.
you do want please your CGI face interlude.
So at a scene near the, I don't know, 75% of the movie,
Yeah.
there's that point where Calypso goes to Craven's hut, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking, and there's a specific scene where it goes back to Calypso, and you can tell really easily that it's like they like comped on just like her mouth movements and her eyes blinking onto what looks to be a still image. And it looks really bad. Like the easiest way to see is just like looking at her jaw and how it's her chin that moves only, not her jaw when she's talking. It's really fucking weird. And I don't know why they did that. They could have just kept the camera on Craven. They have enough B-roll to just keep it on him while she's talking. Because that was already happening in the scene where she was talking and it was on Craven's face. But no, they had to show her face again and make it weird, and it's stupid, and oh my god. And it kind of does look AI, but I don't know if it is.
Did you
And
notice that they did a lot of ADR for Calypso?
ADR?
Audio.
Like they added the audio in post. Like they took it from one
Oh,
clip and they
right.
pull it
Yes,
on for
yes,
her.
yes.
Her
That is
accent
correct.
was super inconsistent at some
Mhm.
points and voice. I was like, "What is going on?"
Well,
Who
and
is
like
this?
there would be times where her chin isn't moving and she's turned away from the camera, but like you can clearly hear her where like it's like
Mhm.
her mouth is right next to a mic because it is.
Yeah, yeah, I did notice that like some of the stuff was when she was talking, but I didn't like put two and two that it was she recorded her lines in post. Some of
Yeah,
them,
but the
some of
voice,
her lines.
but the accent was different. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. The accent work in this movie, other than the little brother. Honestly, I think the little brother had a good accent. Good Russian accent. But yeah, everything else is kind of Russell Crowe can't do a Russian accent. Or a convincing one at least.
It was very like stereotypical American, but like on the opposite end of like if we're gonna put like a diameter, like what is it called, spectrum. There's David Harbour in Black Widow, and then there's Russell Crowe in Kraven. Where like David Harbour's is really entertaining and kind of fun and kind of like jovial, kind of
Goofy.
like not making fun of a Russian accent, but like hamming it up.
My favorite. Can I quickly, as a side tangent, bring
Yeah.
up my favorite part of Black Widow
Hmm.
is when they show him getting the tattoo while
Well, arm wrestling.
arm wrestling. I had just gotten my first tattoo, so my parents and my brother all looked at me. Were like pointing at their arms where I have my tattoo. They're like, I'm like, guys, please.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was pretty. It was the most entertaining part of the movie.
Mhm.
And not saying the movie's bad. It's fine, but yeah.
It's another movie like this one where it's just deep mid.
Yeah.
Like Mines of Moria, deep mid.
Do you want to?
They delved too deep into the mid.
Rock and Stone.
Rock and Stone!
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, sounds like it's a good time for me to segue into what I didn't like about this movie. It was really boring. Like, it's super generic, but it's also like really messy. It felt like a plot that I could slap together unmedicated. If I just wanted to focus on cool shots of Aaron Taylor Johnson without a shirt on. If that was
Okay.
like my priorities, this is the movie I would make. You know what I mean?
Quick comment, Ruthie.
Mm-hmm.
You saying you could write this script unmedicated is like the most brutal shade. Oh my god.
And then I don't know. He goes outside and he can't sleep because he's an animal. He's got animal thoughts and it's too loud. And then he comes back and oh no, brother gone. yeah, I don't know. It was just really all over the place. There was a lot of decisions from characters that made no goddamn sense to me. Um, there was like this weird. The, the movie was like trying to say like toxic masculinity is bad, but then
Only when his dad was around.
yeah, but then like Craven would make no decisions that like weren't
Differentiated from his.
super untoxically masculine. Like you could be masculine and you cannot be toxic.
Buffly walks into room.
I mean, I do that.
Masculinely breasts boobily into room behind two guards. Yeah, he could have done more stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. My point being, like, thematically weak, characters weak, plot weak, CGI snow leopard tight as fuck. Calypso, like I kind of said earlier, she felt like a lamppost. She did not feel useful to the plot except at the from the very beginning and like a little bit at the end. Otherwise, she did not need to be in the movie. Like, she was supposed to be. Oh, right. She was supposed to be an asset for Kraven so he could hunt people that he wasn't able to hunt. But how the fuck did he find out about her? How the fuck did he know that she was the one who saved him?
She was only useful once.
She was only useful once for some information, but he already had most of it.
And they could have written her out by just the tiger blood that gets on him is what saves him instead of the
lion blood.
Lion blood.
So would it be a radioactive lion?
Sure. Who cares?
Yeah, like. Oh, and there is a part where he's like getting information, or like most of the movie, he's getting. All right, let me do that again. In most of the movie, he's getting the information himself, and also he's super rich. But like, how's he getting the money? Is he like a trust fund kid? His dad just lets him have the trust fund?
I assume his brother loans him the money.
Yeah, but his dad doesn't like his brother enough to like give him the trust fund. Let's be real.
I don't know.
Like
that's a good point. I was just trying to like.
When we were watching the movie, Hector suggested maybe he just steals from the people he kills. That makes the most sense. But like.
Also, they bring up the list, but then he doesn't really use it again.
He doesn't have a list? Yeah, or it's like the list comes up twice.
But we only ever see it the one time.
Yeah, it's mostly just like, ooh, it's a list. And he's supposed to be like this badass ghost assassin, but then like everybody, I don't know.
Oh yeah, how did that fucking camera know that he was known as the Kraven when he only called himself that? And there was like no DNA evidence or anything. That movie is fucking.
That was messy.
Garbage.
I didn't think about that.
This movie is garbage.
Deep. Mid.
Mid's too nice. Mid's too nice.
Mid delved too deep and found Kraven.
It's still better than Madam Web.
Well, how do you fix it, Ruthie?
So here's what happens. During a random safari experience with his father and his brother, Kraven, Sergey's on a hunting trip with his dad and the rhino and Dimitri, and they find this lion. He's protecting his brother, and then his dad dies, right? His dad dies in front of him. So then we don't have Russell Crowe anymore. Problem solved. A lot of this movie could be solved without Russell Crowe. I like Russell Crowe as an actor. This movie's like, no. Then the lion goes after Sergey. Maybe Sergey finally fires the gun after his dad is dead. And then the lion almost gets him, but doesn't quite kill him. I'll keep Calypso for some reason. I won't have a radioactive lion. Anyways, this is what makes him Kraven TBD. Kraven decides, fuck my dad. I don't want to be a mobster like him. I'm going to sell his information and then I'm going to live a clean life. And you know what he decides to do with his clean living? move to fucking Miami and open a wildlife park a la Tiger King. He rescues abused animals and he has a park full of wild fucking animals with his little brother, the eventually chameleon. The plot of this movie is this man just wants to retire from mob life and like
He keeps getting sucked back in.
he keeps getting sucked back in by like Rhino, by Foreigner, by like all of these agents because they think that he still has more information from his father's like criminal mastermindness. And he's like, guys, I'm 30. It's been 15 years. Of course I fucking don't know who has the drugs. And I think he does hunt men for sport, but like
Yeah, she's just insane like that.
yeah. He played like Zoo Tycoon and he would drop people in the middle of the park. You know,
Kraven
we've all
was
done
hunting.
that.
Kraven does hunt, I think, people in certain.
Yes.
No,
I read the Spider-Man Ultimate Spider-Man comic.
What you did?
You know what? You know what would have been a better
Oh,
movie
right, the
also?
one we've been reading, the new one.
What, sorry, say that one more time.
You mentioned he hunts men for sport.
Yeah.
You could have just made a dangerous game movie just with Kraven instead.
To be fair, in the new Ultimate Spider-Man
He literally
series,
did that.
he does hunt people. He hunts them in the dinosaur lands too, which
Yeah.
is
So he literally does the most dangerous game.
Yeah.
but with dinosaurs too.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Some fucking idiot thinks it's cool to like poach tiger cubs. Kraven's after you, bitch. Oh, I also did like the like if you notice Kraven whenever he's eating in the movie, he defaults to I think he's like he's either a pescatarian or he only eats meat that he kills. I thought that was an interesting detail. And I would absolutely keep that in this movie. Yes, that means he's a cannibal.
It's funny. That's funny. I think they said he was going to be vegetarian originally.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be. I thought I heard. He
And
was
I
a
think
vegan.
people complained enough that they added the scene of him eating the fish.
Pussy ass bitches.
Well, I mean, him being vegetarian is kind of fucking stupid. Like, I'm gonna say
Homeboy
it.
does need like. Homeboy needs protein to be the most dangerous hunter, but still
and to also
pussy-ass
hopefully
bitch.
walk into a room.
Yes, to breast boobly into rooms
Yeah.
with no one watching.
But yeah, I did notice. Yeah, it seems that he only eats things that he successfully hunts.
Yeah,
Make him
respect.
a cannibal. Make him a cannibal.
Yes, he should absolutely be a
Yeah.
cannibal.
Damn.
Just don't eat the brain and you're fine. Long pork.
What?
But yeah, I don't know if maybe Calypso like maybe they're like pen pals. I don't know how much I want her involved in the movie. I did think it was cool that they weren't like super romancy with each other. That was like the one
I
plus.
was expecting it.
I know, right?
Because it happens in Venom 1.
What happens in Morbius? Or yeah, Morbius. But then it didn't happen to Madam Web.
Well, because there was no dudes.
No, there's Ben Parker.
They're like buds, and he was already married.
Yeah, I'm saying I liked that in Madam Web.
Yeah.
But it
Fair
happened
enough.
in Morbius. I was expecting it in Madam Web, but that was surprisingly feminist in that one aspect. And then
Still worse than this movie.
Okay. You're entitled to your bad opinion. This is a free country.
You know, the
still,
more you state your opinion, the less you are convincing us.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Rhino is trying to do like the Carol Baskin thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna like open my own rival park and I'm gonna drive you out of that business and then you'll join the mob with me." And Kraven's like, "Fuck you." I don't know.
All right, so I guess it's my turn. I
yeah.
would watch your movie. Same with Ed. So you guys both did really good. My likes. The actor playing Rhino, Alessandro Nivola. I had to get his name right. Perfect. No notes. Just chew the scenery more than a flock of cows in the valley. Perfection. I like that the movie was globetrotting. Makes sense for a Hunter movie, you know? The one time they used the chameleon effects, I did actually kind of like it.
Yeah, it was understated.
It just felt weird they added that final scene there like that.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know.
The face changing scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It felt like, oh, we're gonna hit the chameleon, but we already know it's gonna get canceled. I don't know.
The voice changing was subtle enough.
Yeah, I liked that.
No, I think the chameleon bit should have been the next film, like a surprise twist. Like he set
Yeah.
someone else up to be Dimitri, and then he's running away as one of the guards or something. It just writes itself.
No,
And,
you didn't need to add anything. Just have him do the voices. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
My dislikes. I like Russell Crowe, and he deserved better in this film. I don't know.
Valid.
Wasn't he in fucking Nice Guys?
Yes.
Yeah, he can do better. Like I said earlier, Aaron Taylor Johnson can be a good actor, but between this and his performance in Nosferatu, 2024 was not his year. And also, like, no one was having fun at all. I haven't seen a bigger black hole in film since Interstellar. It's just,
Nice.
Thank you. I did write that one down.
I hated everything.
Of what I just said.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Russell Crowe's also, Maximus in Gladiator, so.
I haven't seen.
I haven't
Gladiator.
seen all of Gladiator. Oh, right, he's Maximus. Yeah.
You guys haven't seen the first
No, I've seen
one?
Gladiator. I've seen
Oh.
the second half. I miss the
Fuck.
first half every time it comes on TV.
I've only seen the scene of him kissing his dead wife's feet, and surprisingly sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed, I'm sorry, I didn't like The Foreigner. Like, props to the intern at Sony who rediscovered a forgotten supervillain, but like, fuck, dude, it just felt like they needed someone else for some goddamn reason to add more stakes.
I'm gonna drink heavily tonight.
I'll probably join you if I had actual alcohol.
We do.
Oh yeah, we do. I'll probably drink heavily tonight too. The action is kind of lame considering he has super agility and strength. He could have had a lot more fun. Give him wild animal senses, Ruthie brought up that London could have been used better, and I really agree with her on that. I didn't notice it, and I'm like, ugh, I can't get it in my head. I mentioned the actress. Also, the action's really forgettable. I don't remember much about this movie.
All I remember is that one bit where he's like kind of slithering like a snake,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, kind of twerking, and when he's like trying to find his brother in Turkey.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
I remember he
Jesus
ran up the
Christ.
wall.
He did do
He
that.
did run up the wall. I'm like, is this Spider-Man now? What's going on here? And then, are they going to do the Venom thing where in Ultimate Spider-Man, the original version of the comic, I had to differentiate it now. Venom just kind of crushes the buildings he's running up, and that's how he comes up walls. It's cool. They don't do that. They don't do that after.
Isn't that how he always used to do it?
No, he has some. He can use this. I think he can use the symbiote to stick.
Yeah, symbiote sticky.
Fun fact: in the current comics, Mary Jane is Venom now.
I hate it.
Yeah, I'm willing to see how it goes, but a lot of people hate it. I don't read the comic. I'm just like read the synopsis every time it comes
Dude,
out.
just stop getting Mary Jane involved in all this shit. Like, she doesn't need to be involved.
You get it, but like the writers don't. They haven't. The writers. Fixes. Kraven already has the lion pelt when he starts. That sick looks shit. That's wow. That shit looks sick.
That slick looks shit.
No, I said that sick looks shit. Well, no, that shit looks sick. I turned in a paper yesterday. If you guys can't tell.
My pudding brain has infected us all. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Dimitri was always sick, so he kept going to doctors.
Okay.
And his dad, and he'd be telling him, like, I need money for this, and I need money for this, so they'll just send it over. American schools. His son was... Aaron Taylor Johnson was either raised in Russia or London. That way he can have his fucking accent. Dimitri was raised in America, for the most part. So, fancier schools, he was more studious. Russell Crowe's character has the kidnapping plot early, but instead gets kidnapped himself due to the Rhino betraying him for never taking him seriously. Kraven's asked by Dimitri to rescue their father. Kraven's the big bad distraction. Dimitri's the one sneaking in. And Dimitri's oddly fast, and we don't know what he's doing. You see him talking to people, and then you see him going like, "Wait, what?" And then he like bonks them in the head or whatever, or shoots them, right? He steals someone's gun, but like we don't know how he's doing it. Like it shouldn't just be the voice. That makes no goddamn sense. And then Dimitri and Kraven are fighting Rhino. Kraven wears him down, and then Dimitri takes a lucky shot at the injection point, shoots him. And then while Kraven's knocked out, Dimitri, we see him turn into Kraven. That's where we get the reveal that those doctor visits were for also for the chameleon stuff. He turns into Kraven, shoots his dad, makes his dad think, "Oh, my son betrayed me."
Damn.
Like, oh, I expected Dimitri. Kraven wakes up, sees the last hit just in time to see the transformation a little bit. He's like, "What happened?" Then he says what happened. But now Dimitri owns the Empire. We're halfway through the film at this point. And then he has an escape plan, and Kraven can't find him because it could be anyone. And I'll say the clothes changed too. I can say it's just some weird nanotech technology or whatever. Because in the comics, Chameleon does also change his he does almost change his clothes. So the rest of the movie is them trying to find hints of what's going on, keep an eye out for everyone. I think the first time that they met, that Chameleon messes up, is he has a guy with an eye patch. It's on the wrong side because he looked at it through a mirror, which is a classic Spider-Man way he's done it. Tie that in. But by the end, he has to just start smelling. You know, he has the super smell. Never came up. So Kraven can just smell really well. And also, he doesn't even have superpowers, really. I think he's just a really good hunter. Like, the serum brought him back to life, but it didn't really do much.
So it's just that Dimitri puts on like too much Chanel No. 5, and that's what.
Oh no, it's just you can set. Maybe I'm thinking like.
Well, no, because he's like a fancy boy.
Yeah.
Or is he a fancy boy in yours? I should ask.
I think he's still a kind of fancy boy in mine, but I think he also just like. How do I say it? I think it's also like Kraven knows his brother's smell. Like there's something. Maybe it's a mix of like he was so sickly, it couldn't fully escape it. So he wears a lot of perfume to hide it. So then he's like, "Oh, I can smell the mix," and that's what. I don't know. That's how he gets him at the end. I think he might have to kill him. I don't know. I couldn't figure out if I wanted him to kill him or not.
Death.
He eats his brother too.
Bailiff, whack off his pee-pee.
What the fuck?
It's a meme.
I didn't hear. I never heard off. I just heard bailiff. Don't make him bring. I don't want him to come back here. Smack him in the pee-pee.
That was it. Yeah. I thought whack his pee-pee off. But yeah, that's my fix. I don't have much. It was just kind of like
this movie sucked.
It was so bad.
TLDR, movie sucked.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Madam Web.
Worse. It's
Web
not as bad. It was worse. We both win here, Ed. It was not as bad. It was worse.
No, it's not as bad. It was better. Still kind of bad. Still ass.
Okay. To extend our episode out a little because of tariffs, I guess. I don't.
Tariffs.
I hate this show.
If you had to take all the characters of the like morbiverse and make a movie out of all three of them fighting,
Can we count
Spider-Man?
Madam Web?
Yes, all three of them. I said 3.
Venom, Morbius, Kraven.
I wasn't
Madam Web.
including Venom.
Madam Web isn't a villain.
I don't fucking know. Madam Web, Morbius, Kraven. Have them fight Spider-Man. Go.
How would I do it?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
They're all like, "Hey, I hear about this hip new restaurant. Let's all go to it." And then they all go to this hip new restaurant, even though Morbius can't even eat food anymore. Maybe he can eat it through other people's blood. I don't know.
You just get the
Kraven's
animals, the animal Spider-Man villains that you're missing, like Scorpion.
Okay. And then what?
Scorpion does become Venom. Matt Gargan becomes Venom.
Oh my god!
so.
Shut the fuck up, Hector.
I was trying to help you out, but fine.
No, I'm just saying, like, we bring in Scorpion,
Okay. And then what happens?
and then we have Scorpion in a movie, and that's great.
Okay,
But he's already gonna be in he can potentially be in Spider-Man 4.
but like make a movie out of it. Don't just say
Potentially?
Scorpion.
He was in Spider-Man Homecoming.
And Shocker was in that one too. Donald Glover.
Yes, but no one likes Shocker. He's such an
I like
unserious villain.
Shocker.
He's an unserious. He's the beginner one for Spider-Man. He's a joke everywhere else.
Yeah, but I like Shocker.
No, I do too. But it's just he's kind of.
Imagine if he punched people with like the Shocker, the hand thing.
He does.
With the Shocker?
Yes, they're just super durable. It's just everyone in Marvel's a more durable person.
No, I'm talking about
Like a normal ass person? If you punched him?
Never mind. It's going over your head. I don't want to explain it.
Okay. Okay, but anyways, my question is still hanging in the air. So you have him in a restaurant.
Like the inverse of the shawarma scene at the end of Avengers.
So it'd just be a reverse of the Avengers movie.
Yeah, they meet first. They're friendly. They're just hanging out, talking about how much they fucking hate Spider-Man. And all of a sudden, they're like, we should commit a crime so we can kill Spider-Man. And then they, like, steal 26 pies. And Spider-Man's just like, because that's a lot of pies. There's a whole joke about, like, Lex Luthor, like, he stole 26 pies. That's a lot of pies. It's one of those kids' books, like, to teach them how to read.
Okay.
I was hoping someone could get the deep cut when I'm going to explain it.
Nope.
I
would just add Scorpion to the mix.
Okay, but, like, give me a plot.
No.
You can have J. Jonah Jameson hire them because Scorpion was made by J. Jonah Jameson. He paid for the development of Scorpion.
Oops.
Yeah, no, it comes up.
Dude, you telling me to come up with a plot and me saying no reminded me of that
That's
scene
a
from
power move.
Seven Psychopaths. I was like, get your hands up. No. What? Why not? Because I don't want to. But I have a gun. I don't care. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Too bad.
But yeah, that would be my way of doing it. Just, they all meet up. They all fucking hate Spider-Man. They commit crimes.
And they're trying to get Spider-Man.
Yes, so that it's a trap. So that they're like, he's like, oh, it's you guys, because he's like, I mean, wisecracking. Then they just try to smack him like the JoJo scene, where it's like, they all start kicking the shit out of him. That's what they're imagining. Doesn't happen. Or maybe it does at first, then he just wins.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man.
Oh, I include Scorpion. Scorpion stings Kraven, and then the poison makes Kraven think all these superheroes / supervillains that are animals are just animals in New York, and that's why he's hunting them.
That's
okay.
Good. I dig it.
Okay.
It's so stupid.
I dig it. I dig it.
Okay. I haven't played Injustice, but I think I'd do something like that where for some reason Spider-Man is like, I don't know, like possessed or something, and he's clearly not friendly or neighborhood focused, and for some reason all of these anti-heroes have to coalesce in New York City to stop Spider-Man.
Probably because they're like, this might be the only time we can kill him without getting arrested for it.
Yeah.
Well, in my mind, you're doing this in an assumption that they've already met Spider-Man. For me, in this movie that I am making here on the spot, they've never met Spider-Man.
Okay.
It's just like, oh, this guy's a superhero. I've seen him do, like, good stuff. Fuck, he totally just murked that guy. That was, like, a normal guy, and now that person is very dead. I guess I gotta do something about it. It would probably be Madam Web instigating this, because, she's got, like, the foresight and shit. They call up Kraven while he's in Florida. He may or may not be, like, eating a man's beating heart out of somebody's chest. But he does pick up, It's not rude.
I dig it.
I dig it.
I don't. Just
Morbius
kidding,
is like, oh, you're into blood too? Cool, we're gonna be great friends.
Anything you guys have been watching? I give this movie a D.
Yeah,
it's like a D.
It's a D.
Yeah.
D for Dimitri.
Yeah, but so you guys give it a D. Say it's not as bad as Madam Web, but you guys gave Madam Web an F.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like a fun F. It was
a
an
fun
F
F.
for F.
F is
No,
for
it was an
friends
F
who do
because it's
stuff together.
bad.
U is for you and me.
Anyways, I
Funny.
finished watching finally The Midnight Club. That is the same guy that did Mike Flanagan,
Mhm.
Haunting of Hill House, Bly Manor, Midnight Mass.
He certainly likes midnight.
Yeah. So there were supposed to be 2 seasons of Midnight Club,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not happening.
Oof.
So it's definitely his weakest because it's not a finished story. Unfortunately,
You know he's doing a Clayface film.
I don't care.
Wait,
I
serious?
don't
Or are you
care.
fucking with me?
That's right.
I don't care. Werewolf. Werewolf is all I care about right now.
Werewolf.
Werewolf.
What's werewolf?
Werewolf.
Werewolf.
That's the one. That's the Robert Eggers film, isn't it?
Yeah, werewolf.
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 Ed, please tell me you've seen Young
Man-wolf.
Frankenstein.
I have seen Young Frankenstein.
Good.
You just butchered it the worst way I've
Yeah,
heard you
come
say
on,
it.
man.
Young
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein?
It's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Young
Frankenstein? My bad.
Yes.
I've only seen it once, and I remember it was, or like I only caught on that he was fixing the Stein to Steen. I didn't know it was Frankenstein.
Well, because he's trying to distance himself from Frankenstein.
It's
Mm.
yeah, it's probably my I think it's my favorite one of his films.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I've
like a
seen
lot of
Blazing
his.
Saddles.
I don't.
No, we watched Blazing Saddles. He didn't like it.
I'm not a big fan of his style of comedy.
These are common.
I like that line.
Comedy.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
That's a
the
good
new
one.
clay of the common clay of the New West. You know,
Moron.
morons.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I just don't like what's on.
And how
Mel
the
Brooks.
Mel Brooks is
It's
much.
his endings are usually kind of weak. Although Young Frankenstein, that was written
Really?
by Gene Wilder.
Young Frankenstein was written by Gene Wilder.
Yeah, Mel produced
What about
it.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Not associated with Mel Brooks. That's Gene
Oh,
Wilder.
Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder. I'm talking about Gene Wilder. What
The
the
two
fuck?
of them were friends. I watched I guess this is my plug. I watched the biography of Gene Wilder that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's really cool. They talk about Young Frankenstein. He wrote the movie. I think Mel directed it, or Gene Wilder directed it.
hmm I just love the ending of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You lose. Good day, sir.
That wasn't scripted.
His outburst wasn't scripted. Shit.
I think just kind of let him have free reign of.
Yeah, he had a lot of free reign in that movie.
Etc. Etc.
Yeah,
The tunnel song, not in the script.
I thought they didn't know. I thought that was in the
Oh, no,
script.
Also
The rest of the cast didn't know about it.
his tumble in the beginning also wasn't part of the script.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, and Hector and I have been watching The Pit.
Oh yeah, the pit's
It's
really.
so
good.
good.
I heard, or I see. It's been recommended to me like the Dr. Mike video where he watches The Pit and he says it's pretty accurate. I guess.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's. I haven't seen anything like that in a while. It's.
I've
Pretty good.
also watched Vinland Saga and just started Farmland Saga.
That's when the story starts getting good, supposedly.
In Farmland Saga?
Yes, because that's where the rest of the story I think is. It's really good. It's just like
No. So
because you're
I
not
heard.
supposed to go into it for the right. You're
Yeah, you're.
if you like
you're- okay, hold on.
it's
hold
going to
on.
be amazing, but you got to be patient with it.
All I'm
It's
saying
farmland.
is, I heard that the first one is like in England, or like England, Danish, Denmark, right?
Mhm.
They go back and forth. Second one is all in the farm in England also. Or are they? No, they're in Denmark now. Is the farm is in Denmark. Never mind. The first one's in England, the second one's in Denmark, the third one's in Iceland, and the fourth one, apparently, is actually in Vinland. They actually get to Vinland.
Well, point being, though, the story, I fear at the point where I think you're at. I've never seen it, but I got spoiled on some shit.
Farm.
At the point where, yeah, you're at the point where it becomes a completely different show.
Yes. Thorfinn, the main character, is dead inside. That's how the second season starts.
Yeah,
He's
don't
literally
say anything
dead
more.
inside.
Don't say anything more. But yeah, no, I've heard that's the point where it gets good, or it gets amazing if you're patient with it.
I am being patient with it. I am already fully invested. Like, there's no way I'm
so
not
you're continuing to watch this. You and I have similar taste, as much as we disagree on
I usually give animes like 3 episodes before I drop it or continue. And yeah, this one hooked me on episode 2.
So. Nice. Have you ever dropped an anime really fast? There was one I dropped years ago. I got 10 minutes in, and I'm like, it's one dude who's kind of like a teenager or grown, like, young adult, like 18, 19, 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I think it was like a government agency thing. And I noticed every character outside of him was like a little girl or little girl coded. And I didn't. It was like, okay, 1, 2. As soon as I got to the third, I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here, and I just left. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I dropped Kaiju number 8 halfway into episode 2.
My man, you did the right thing, because season 1's great. Season 2 onwards, it sucks because I've read it. I'm reading it still every week. I'm just like, it's almost done, so I'm just still reading it. I can't. I even read the spin-off. I'm such a hater.
It's crazy because like my coworkers and old roommate like love Kaiju number 8, and they're reading it also, and they love it.
Don't tell them to stop. Tell them to stop. It gets bad.
No, they're already caught up on the reading,
and they still like it.
Yeah.
What the fuck's? I'm trying not to judge.
Hey,
I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge.
My roommate is the kind of guy that likes fucking what is it? He likes Hunter. Okay, Hunter x Hunter's good, but like he doesn't get Code Geass, and he doesn't like it at all. And we just got, or like when we were watching it together, we were like 2 episodes in after you.
Wow.
And he still didn't like it. He still hated it.
Wow.
And you know his number 1 complaint about it? The art style.
Huh. Is he? I have a.
He doesn't like how lanky and skinny they look.
Does he?
And I'm like,
that's
you love One Piece.
I'm about to say, is he homophobic? Because they've got the yaoi hands, so like
they do actually.
So I'm is he?
But the thing is, he watches One Piece. Sanji, Luffy look exactly the same. They're skinny and lanky.
Robin. All the characters are lanky as fuck.
Except for women's boobs.
Most of them. Except for like Frankie and Jinbei.
Yeah, but even Frankie. But Frankie's still pretty lanky. Isn't he taller than everybody else?
So pre-time skip Frankie is lanky. Post time skip Frankie's he's actually a fucking tank. Like literally.
Huh. Oh, also, Ed, since you enjoyed Aaron Taylor Johnson's performance in Nosferatu, you would enjoy Bridgerton deeply.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, Ed would love it. He'll be like, I don't like it, and then like 3 to 4 episodes in, he's like, oh, I am.
Ed, you told us you are a sucker for romances. Let me give you the premise of season 1. And then you can tell me.
How much pining is there?
So much, dear God.
The show is nothing.
I don't like it when it's too much.
No.
There's enough subplots to balance it out.
No, it's a lot of romance media overdoes it on the pining. I feel like Bridgerton, especially season 1 has a special place in my heart. It does a really good job about balancing the pining.
And our loins.
Okay, premise of season 1, right? Shut up.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna watch it, Ruthie.
The oldest daughter of this household is getting on the marriage market, and she's been like handpicked by the Queen and by the newest gossip monger in London, that she's the hot commodity and she's trying to make bank, right? She's trying to bag the right husband, but everybody's too fucking intimidated to talk to her, and she's panicking. At the same time, the most eligible bachelor who cannot stand the thought of marriage is in town, and he's like, listen, people keep trying to marry their daughters to me. You want any other man to have your hand. Let's fake date for this season, and somebody's gonna pick you off to get married, and I can fuck off to the country. Cool? I still hate your guts. That's season 1, baby.
And then there's trauma.
Okay,
involved.
that was a good sell.
Yeah.
and there's also trauma involved. So
Yes.
you'll love that.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
You'll
Okay,
love
so
that
I'm keeping this all in, by the way.
Good.
Anyways, who's the next sister?
I did get to say what I watched.
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
didn't you
Go
say
ahead,
something?
Hector.
Huh?
Didn't you say something?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead, Hector.
You meanies.
I
I have nothing to recommend.
Oh, watch Sinners.
I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm
I'm
seeing it.
gonna go watch Legend of Oki tomorrow.
Legend of what?
Oki.
It's an A24 film. They're
Yeah.
doing it's a kids film they're doing.
Yeah.
Legend.
This movie had controversy when the trailer dropped because everyone's giving A24 shit for having an AI character in the movie, and it is not AI at all.
The director's
it's
a
a-
really good puppeteer.
It's a puppet.
Oh yeah, I've seen trailers of it. I thought it was obviously a puppet.
Also, Willem Dafoe is in it, and I think he's a good actor.
He's a great actor. He's Willem Dafoe in
Willem-
my heart.
Dafoe?
He's
Dafoe.
he's the friend.
Dafoe?
He's the
I said
friend.
Dafoe.
He's Willem Dafoe. So, I wow, I lost what I was gonna say. I've been playing Lies of P,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been having a good time. It is a little.
He's
the
a real
timing-
boy.
The timing's different for parrying the
I think
nights.
it's my turn. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk about that after the episode. I think we have to leave a surprise for a reason. But that's my one thing. Or one of my
Are
things.
you a real boy yet?
Let me look down at my pants. No, I'm not. So
Wait, let me check my purse. I am.
what?
Because I got your beepus.
Oh, you
Wait, you've never heard he's got his balls in her purse thing?
She's got his balls in the
Yeah, yeah. He's
yeah.
gonna get his balls
I
in.
know I've heard of it. Just give me a second to remember. What? There was one more thing. Oh, I got the new Hunger Games book. I just finished my classes. I'm gonna start reading it tonight.
It's amazing, and you're gonna cry.
Really? Is it her best?
I don't know. I just heard that people are like, I've got a ton of Instagram reels of people being like, "Oh my god, Hunger Games!"
Okay, so good. I need that. So after the term I had, I need that. So perfect. I'll let you all know next time how it is. Next time we're leaving it a potential surprise due to reasons.
You don't have to say it like that.
Reasons.
You can say.
We're gonna probably have, if it works out, we'll have a guest, and it'll be different. One you all haven't seen in a while. Anyway, give us 5 stars. Follow us. We have a
Wait,
Discord.
hold up. I missed it. Did we mention the movie you were watching? Next?
No, because I mentioned we're having a guest,
Oh, that's right.
so we're gonna have a guest.
They will pick the movie, right?
Yeah.
They've
that
already
is-
picked it,
Oh, Lamau.
and we have to do. It might take a little longer because we gotta do some.
There's some prep work involved.
There's some prep work for this one. I might get to
Okay.
pull out my ukulele if I'm lucky. Probably not. But
Okay.
You keep saying that.
no. Anyway,
Give us 5 stars or something. I don't know.
Like the bell.
follow,
Subscribe.
Hit
yeah,
the
if you're on
bell.
YouTube.
I don't know. Have
We'll
a good
send
evening.
Jacksepticeye after you. I don't know if we're doing the YouTube.
Yeah, who
stuff.
knows? Maybe once I get a camera, we'll do YouTube.
We're already on YouTube, Ed.
We're on YouTube?
Yes.
Shit.
We've mentioned this 8 times. You're like, we're on
Dude,
YouTube?
I literally told you about our YouTube stats earlier, what, last week?
Last
2 weeks
week,
ago?
yeah. And you're like, we're on YouTube?
Right. Yeah, I just keeps leaving my fucking smooth brain every time you mention it, I guess.
That's okay. That's our YouTube audience like analytics in a nutshell.
Also, Ed, saying smooth brain implies you have one, so.
Ew.
Ayo.
But if I don't have a brain, then that means the thoughts would stay in the cavity. But they don't. They just slide right off.
No, it just bounce off.
No, it just goes right through.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sometimes you'll hear a whistle too.
Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Bye.
Bye. Today's film was Kraven the Hunter, directed by J.C. Chandor. The film was written by Richard Wenk, Art Mackham, and Matt Holloway. The cinematographer was Ben Davis. Go show some love to the various social media accounts. They made a movie, which is more than we can say here. Thank you, lovely audience, for joining us on the morbiverse. A wild trip. This next episode will be with a guest who has joined us to discuss a remake of a cult classic. Goodbye.